Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for sharing space with me today. If you are new, my name is Melena Landrio, and today I'm coming forward with a message to be delivered for some of you here. I'm just going to bring some awareness to my hands. These are my hands. They're definitely nothing fancy. I have 4 kids, and I have worked since I was 8 years old. I have served the public working since I was 8 years old, delivering newspapers, working at the grocery store, working in restaurants, working in hair salons, working in old age homes, helping to feed the elderly, keeping them company, helping to change them, keeping them happy. I have worked with addictions, and I have worked with healing. And these are my hands. And I'm very happy to have these hands. They're very special and unique to me. And every single wrinkle or tear in my nail means something to me. They just show me that I've worked really hard to get where I am at. And I feel for some of you, you needed this reminder. A reminder that you have persevered through some very difficult days, some very difficult times in your life. And you might be experiencing at this time constant interruptions. You may be feeling like you're being tested with every ounce of your patience, and you just keep your eye on the prize. You may be feeling invisible, or as if your words aren't transferring correctly to those that greet them. And although you're being tested on all the layers and levels, it feels and it seems, you haven't forgotten your path or the understanding that you are destined for something more. And you have always known this since you were young. You've always known you have a pathway. And you strive to continue irregardless of what gets in your way. Whether you're knocked down to the ground with people trampling over you, trying to contain that moment of some form of belief that they have knocked you right down and you won't get back up. You always get back up. And this is what those who come for you don't understand about you. Their blatant lies, their blatant deceit, their blatant interference speaks much greater volumes than you'll ever have to speak on behalf of them, for them, in the injustice that they have served to you. You keep striving forward. So today's message is a message for you. The one who doesn't get knocked down. The one who always gets back up. The one who doesn't give up no matter what. And the one who is often misunderstood. I hope that this message is meeting you all well. Please use your discernment when taking from my messages. What is going on in this energy right now? So this collective, what is happening right now that they need to know? I hope that you guys are doing well in receiving this message today. It's definitely an interesting twist to come on and do this video today. I'm very happy and grateful to do so. So we have 2 cards here. I think we're going to be getting another one. That's too many. One, please. Okay. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Swords, and the Empress. Okay, so the Page of Wands in reverse. The Page of Wands in this instance represents someone who is feeling blocked in their creativity, someone who has usually held a creative space in their life, but maybe recently have come into like a standstill or some form of blockage, creatively speaking. And it appears maybe they're unclear on what fulfills or excites them with the blocked creativity, or the solar plexus area is usually connected with that. There tends to be like a lull in finding joy in the simple things of life that would once spiral immense creativity for someone who is a creative soul. And this, for some reason, is leading this Page of Wands to impulsive behavior and reactive. And I get the sense that this is somebody in your life who might be directing this impulsive or reactive behavior towards you. So you may have been experiencing interruptions or things that have tested your patience, where you're just being tested by the universe in these dynamic little ways. And some of these little ways involve conversing or entertaining or connecting or disconnecting from people that we not necessarily have in our lives, even people we just cross paths with. Sometimes if you're somebody who's very sensitive or somebody who has a love for the world, when we go out into these big spaces where there's lots of people, you may even find that a bit overwhelming, and it takes one bad mood to walk by that on the wrong day when you're being tested to the max, that it might just cause you a bit of disruption. So this is somebody that is sitting in your energetic field as the first sign of attention in regards to the question of what's going on in your energy right now. And this person is likely acting very impulsive. They can't sit in their energy and think about their emotions. They have to react upon them. They cannot decipher through them. It's just something that they cannot do because they are fixated on your existence, because your existence is shining and their existence appears to be blocked in their creativity. So they might be, for some reason, what's the word I'm looking for? Confusing their reality with yours. Maybe even a silent competition could be going on here. Anywho, this person is experiencing uncertainty. They're feeling uninspired. They may even be fearful of the unknown, and it's causing them to be temperamental and unfocused when they're maybe present in your energy. Maybe they become a bit restless in energy and just can't help themselves but to react. So this might be of significance for some of you. Please place it how it fits. And next we have the Wheel of Fortune. So coming beyond this Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune is something that is fated for everybody. And it is something that is fated, and it's very expansive. It can be as expansive as your past actions have influenced your current energy. So this card is all about, in a sense, what you put out, you receive. So if you are putting out good things, if you're kind, you're loving, you're generous, You are doing all the feels, all the right things. You're listening to your God, your creator, and you know your pathway. This message is for someone who knows their pathway. They're not confused. They're not somebody who doesn't know where they're going. They're not someone who's just playing some sort of role today and hoping it works out for them. You are somebody who knows where you're headed. You have a directional pull from God. You've been directed to do something, and you know you're on your way. And this is your Wheel of Fortune. And this is in your energy right now, and it appears a Page of Wands in reverse is aware of it. Now, I'm not sure how they're aware of it, but we'll dive into this message a little bit deeper. Anyways, this Wheel of Fortune is something that's faded in your existence because your past actions have emboldened this to become in, I'm imagining, a very positive way. The energy of this feels very expansive. It feels like something unique or something special is coming in for you. But it's still maybe slightly unknown. Like you might have a little bit of an understanding of what it is, but not fully, wholeheartedly. It's like when we pray to God and we ask for the things that we ask for, we might get them, but not necessarily in the way that we ask for them, because God will give them to them in the way that we are needing it. Usually in a way that would benefit all. And so because you are having this Wheel of Fortune in your energy field right now, this is causing this Page of Wands struggle. This is what I'm sensing. The struggle is because of this. So they might be doing maybe some divination. There might be some form of intruding energy into your energy field. And I get the sense like you might not even know this person, or you may have crossed paths with them briefly in your life, maybe at work or like through mutual friends, some form of connection in a minor way. However, this person is completely fixated on you. So if this message is for you, you're going to know who I'm speaking of in regards to your life. You'll have to place that where it fits. Then we have the Eight of Swords here. And the Eight of Swords, again, is kind of playing off of that energy of somebody being invasive. It's like over analyzing, and it's causing someone great constraint and anxiety. It's like they're very overwhelmed in this opportunity that might be arising for you in regards to this Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like they're even going as far as to extend this Eight of Swords towards you because it's affecting them in this way. But I get the sense that there's no reflection in regards to their actions. Again, the reactive behavior in regards to the Page of Wands being in reverse. So there's overanalyzing, and this is causing great constraint and anxiety within somebody. They're becoming overwhelmed, and there's like this, this like belief. Excuse me, let me get a sip of my water. There's like a belief that you're maybe in some form of competition with them. Like you even, I don't even feel like you know they exist. That's how it feels. They're fixated on you, but you don't even give them a time, like a minute of your day. This is not somebody that you would be thinking about. They have nothing to do with your life, is how this energy feels. So you might be dealing with this right now, and this might be causing interruptions in your life that are just annoying, is how it feels. And now the Empress, being the last card in this line, is you. Now you could place that where it fits. It's an energetic understanding of value for the card. But in this particular card, the energy just feels like somebody who has a lot of grace and a lot of warmth that encompasses them because they've had to learn to be that for themselves. So you're very warm and caring. You may not have experienced a lot of warmth or caring in your life, but you've learned to be that way in regards to your circumstances. You seem to illuminate the world in this warmth and this caring that you embody. You're empathic, you're compassionate, you're loving. And you're all these things, these experiences, I believe you're born with them, but you also have learned to strengthen them within your life to be of the Empress stature. The Empress represents all the queens. You've gone through all of the experiences at some point or another throughout your life to experience and embody these energies. And this is what the Empress is. And this is causing great conflict for somebody who is in a Page of Wands reversed type energy. And your empathic, compassionate, and loving ways create growth and development and understanding in those that you greet. And I feel like somebody is missing the mark in regards to who you are. So I just want to jump into a little bit of investigation into a couple of these things. I did notice the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. To me, is emanating sacrificial energy. So this could be of significance to maybe some of the trials and tribulations you may have been going through as of late. But I'm really curious as to why this energy is fixated on you, as it doesn't feel like it's very organic to you. It's not somebody that you've told your deepest, darkest secrets to. It's not like a family member or anything relevant, it feels. It's just somebody like a stranger who happened to find you and is peering into your life and deciding to become obsessed. So this Page of Wands is reacting to this Empress for what reason? What's the reasoning? What are they doing? They're being stubborn. That's how this deck feels. Shuffling it. Ooh, they're losing their temper. The way the cards just flew. Fire. They're fired up. Could be a fire sign. Something with your Wheel of Fortune is something connected to family and something to do with lying. Fire, family, lying. Too many. Reverse, illusions. You may have called the police on this person before. You may have had to return some illusions. Maybe they're sending you illusion energy. Or maybe they're casting illusions. Or maybe someone's casting illusions upon them. You can place that how it fits. You got a few interesting perceptions. So this could be somebody who stalked you in the past and you've had to call the police on them. Maybe you have a file on them. Maybe you have a restraining order on them. But this is in reverse. This is in the past and you may be considering it again. So police, they're fire sign or they're all fired up. They're thinking about something to do with the fire in regards to you. Something about a family. They could have affiliation with somebody in your family. Maybe this is somebody that's friends with somebody in your family. Maybe this is a family member, but perhaps a distant one. Again, it doesn't feel like there is much connection to this person's. I don't feel like they're actually your family, but maybe this is something affiliated with an organization that you may have been affiliated with that's considered family. Sometimes, like, when you're at work and you become a part of the family, the work family, this could also be indicative of that. And definitely something about lying. So they're lying on your name, spreading illusions. But I understand this is being returned. So I also feel like you might be highly protected. So whatever is being placed out onto you is actually being received in the opposite way. And the police in the reverse is just saying to me, in the past, there could have been even some false policies made on you, but it's put in the reverse. Like, it's not been entertained because it doesn't make sense. This person is, again, they're living in an altered reality where they're fixating on you. So whatever they might be perceiving may not be 100% accurate in regards to who you actually are. So it's like when you're lying and you're calling out somebody and then the truth is revealed about that person, it doesn't really align. It never will. So it's like making up falsities about somebody just to get a rise or to get some sort of a downfall for them is never going to work if it's not the truth. Because that person has a life and has connections and has made imprints in their life that have probably, and in this instance, being the Empress, you have made substantial imprints in your life. You have made substantial connections in your life throughout your life in all of your endeavors. So you have hundreds of people that you have met along the way who have a story to say about you. And I am certain that the majority of the stories that are being said about you are in the upright. And that's what this type of energy doesn't understand about what they're doing. And it's just a fixation. It's a mental health issue. This is somebody who might need some assistance from a professional. That's just what I'm getting here. It just doesn't feel very healthy. Okay, so this is what's going on right now. You have somebody fixated in your energy. They're focusing on your Wheel of Fortune. How are they finding out about the Wheel of Fortune? Oh, I have the wrong deck here. Sorry. What's going on? How are they finding out about the Wheel of Fortune? In reverse, secret society. So you might be on the radar of a secret society that's been placed upside down because maybe some of the things that you're doing on your pathway. That's how it feels. Anything else? How are they gaining information about the Wheel of Fortune? Friend. So you have a friend that might be in correlation with them, a friend of a friend. Maybe they're paying a friend to do some sort of investigating on you. Could be some form of, I feel like it's divination. You're protected. I think your Wheel of Fortune's also protected. Could something to do with a child? You could be this child. You may have been a child that was monitored by secret societies since you were young. Maybe you were fated to have some sort of gifts. Or you had gifts that you portrayed as a child, and maybe you dealt with a lot of upheaval in your life because of these special gifts that you had. You weren't allowed to speak your truth or share these gifts. And when you did, you likely made people in your life very uncomfortable. And you're highly protected because of this. And you may not have known these abilities, the majority of your life, because you've been shut down. But there's a secret society that is known. If this is you and this is resonating with you, we don't make things fit that don't fit, guys. You'll know if this is you. Or maybe you have a child that could be in relation to this. Maybe you having children is a problem for this person, or maybe there is some, I don't know, let's look into that actually. That's kind of concerning. Clarify, child. Okay, these are in reverse. Okay, I'm not going to take all these. This is too many. I'm just going to look at them, though. We have a 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles reversed, 2 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Yeah. Something about your union. Putting a death to the things that you love in your life. It's really sad, actually, because it feels like... Oh, let me just make sure I put these back in properly. It feels like this energy of this Page of Wands is just very closed off. Maybe they've never really had any type of love or understanding of what love is. Very restricted. It feels very lonely and desperate in ways. But I don't feel like they acknowledge that desperation. I feel like they look at their interactions with the world as honorable, even though they're very dishonorable. Okay. Clarify, child. Seven of Swords. Temperance. Everything's flying out in reverse here. So the Temperance card is all about bringing about balance, exchanging one experience for another to acquire balance. But when it's in reverse, it's a lack of patience or discord. It's definitely an imbalance in this this instance. So there's an imbalance in regards to something to do with a child. And the Seven of Swords is all about like dreams, hopes. This could be somebody who has dreams or hope or desires to maybe have children. Just because it just feels kind of like barren. It feels barren. And the Temperance is, in this instance, is showing some form of imbalance in regards to this. And because I'm pulling it on this exact card, what about this child card? And there's like a plan in regards to this. Something that is not foolproof. Like it's a plan that is sneaky. It's deceptive. And it's meant to cause upheaval for you. in regards to this child. So this could have been when you were a child. This could have happened to you when you were a child. So something that caused upheaval for you, that caused imbalance for you, that created some form of discord. That could be one perspective of this card, as you being a child that was gifted and was sheltered or hidden from your gifts. You rank high in protection. This came out twice. Or it could be the idea of somebody wanting a child that maybe hasn't been able to fulfill that dream or wish or hope. And maybe you're somebody who has kids, and this might be an issue that's just adding to that. I also feel like something can be hidden. This could be something to do with a child that's hidden in some of your circumstances, for those that this message is resonating. So there's multi-layers to this. This is not just one person's story. This is multiple people's story. So they're going to have to place this information how it fits. But a secret society and something to do with a friend, something to do with a family, some sort of information is being leaked to this Page of Wands in regards to you. And it is causing uproar or adding uproar in your experience. Okay, we're going to move on. Okay. So, okay, where is all of this going? Where is this obsession leading to? No, that is too many. Thank you, but too many. Should I look? 2 cards? Well, if those come out again, we'll know. 3 of Pentacles and the Strength card. Too many to take, though. Let's see. Where is this all leading? So we got a 5 of Swords, so fighting. It's causing some aggravation. Some turmoil. Multiple layers and levels is what I'm seeing here. So it's not just some different people, different groups of people. Like there was friends, there was family, there was secret societies that came up in regards to some sort of information here. But I think it's also indicative of all layers and levels within somebody. This is causing discord within somebody. It's an internal struggle. Again, mental health is super important and crucial. If this is you, I highly recommend and encourage you to go meet with your doctor and find the best route forward to get some form of balance and harmony back in your life, because it seems like it's very exhausting and daunting to be fixated on somebody that you don't know, that you assume that you know, or you're somehow affiliating yourself with as knowing when you don't. And for those of you that have been going through some sort of discord like this, it does feel very trying of the patience. So I could see why I said that at the beginning now. Let's see, where is all this going? Oh, too many. Is that where it's going? Just fighting? That's it? There we go. Knight of Swords. Okay. Anything more? The Fool. the Moon. Okay. So with the Five of Swords, like I said, this could be somebody internally on an emotional... Sorry, the light's kind of clinging on it, isn't it? Okay, so the Five of Swords, this, like I said, this could be somebody who is struggling on all layers and levels within themselves, with the Five of Swords being like fighting yourself on all layers and levels. Mentally, your thoughts are invasive. They're not leading you in the right way. Emotionally, you're overwhelmed with your emotions. You can't really place where they're going. Physically, you're even finding yourself falling ill to your experiences of this over expansion of discord in your life. And spiritually, there's a lot of disconnect. You might think that you're connected to the right sources, but perhaps it's not who you think you're connected to, or you're deliberately disconnecting from the right sources to find the sources that fit your experience. So this is what's coming, or what somebody was wishing upon you, Empress energy. However, this is residing underneath the Page of Wands in reverse. This is telling me this is an experience that's been thrown out there. It's something that's been hidden. The Moon card at the end of this line is telling me it's been hidden. Well, perceived hidden. You're the Empress. You know what's going on. Excuse me. It's funny when I do these messages, people want me to shut up about them. My throat starts to get all funny. I was going to take a sip of water, guys. Pardon me for a moment. Okay, so what I'm getting is essentially someone's being the villain in your story. They're allocating themselves to be the villain in your story. And they don't even know a damn thing about you. They think they know you, but they don't know you. That's what I'm really getting from this. This person doesn't know you. They know very little, if anything, at all, and nothing is accurate of what they think they know. So they're being the villain in your story, and I feel like there's like this feeling of, or like this experience even of being betrayed. Like they almost feel like you've betrayed them, or you've done something that's causing them this type of experience of like failure, catastrophe. Except I feel like this is what they were wishing for you. And I feel like they're now experiencing it, or they're starting to get little dips of what they've dished out. And they're still like blaming it on you, not even realizing that it's their energy coming back to combat them. It's like they're a magnet to their own energy. What they're not understanding is that you're protected. So whatever they're sending at you, they're not really fighting you. They're fighting God. They're fighting higher powers. You're highly protected. This feels super protected. There's a lot of angelic experience in the energy. There's a lot of heavy hitters in the spiritual realm is what I'm feeling. So someone's combating you, but they're not combating you. If this makes any sense, this will those this message is for, they'll understand it. So this person, maybe they were trying to create failure or catastrophe in your life. They were slandering you, even baiting you to get a reaction out of you of some sort. And they were all, this is like just an ongoing theme of interruption in your life. And all of this is leading to their bankruptcy. They wish bankruptcy to you, except it's now going to start to happen to them. Everything that they attempted in their unrealistic imagination of who you are to have some sort of revenge on you, in anything that they wished is in their wishes, are now altering upon them. And the Knight of Swords, I feel, is also somebody significant to them. This could be somebody supportive, somebody that they can lean on. The Knight of Swords, it tends to represent somebody who is very versatile. They're very understanding. It could be somebody who is very good at listening, a counselor type of, positioning. Somebody who is able to be reasonable in their objectivity, they're rational, and they're very conscious and dedicated to this Page of Wands in the reverse. Except I feel, because we have the Fool journey here, and this is under the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords, as I was saying, was like that was being almost like it was being like this overwhelm, this anxiety that they were experiencing, they were wishing upon you. And this is underneath a new journey. This is the Fool. This is entering in new territory, starting a new cycle, beginning some sort of creative, careless experience of new beginnings. And this energy was sent to you to create some sort of discord so you couldn't start in this new cycle. And the Moon card being here is telling me, like, I was hearing hidden when it came to the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords as well. And so the Moon energy is telling me that something was done, could have been magic, some sort of ritual or spell, some sort of sacrificial energy. There was a card of, I believe it was the Hangman, that represents sacrifice to in most circumstances. It could be sacrificing yourself, but I feel in this instance something was sacrificed in order to sacrifice you, to sacrifice your positioning, to cause death to your new journey, is what this is all about. So this is leading into that, except what's happening because you're highly protected, and what this individual is maybe starting to understand, or not quite yet, they're about to get this. There is going to be ramifications for whatever they're dishing out towards you, as it's going to start to cast back onto them. And it's not even a return to sender. This is something that's just naturally, organically going to happen because of who you are in the spirit realm, because you're highly protected and you have a purpose, and your purpose is going to help many. And I think that's what this person either doesn't quite understand, or doesn't care, or thinks that there's something more powerful. Either way, they're about to have a rude awakening in the energy that they have been casting out. So we're going to see how this all ends, where this all leads. So we have an Eight of Cups here. A Knight of Cups. Temperance. Two of Swords. Where is this all leading? So with the Eight of Cups, it's like, how do I explain this? It's like somebody's seeing, like, plainly in their face that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. It doesn't make any sense to be doing it. So let's say somebody's coming at you, they're causing ruckus, they're playing Nicky Nine Door on you, they're casting slandering messages to those around you, making people believe something that's not true about you. They're just going out of their way to be a miserable human being, and they see no wrong in their actions. Okay, they're able to see what they're doing. They're doing it anyways, and they don't understand why everybody thinks that there's something wrong with it. They feel like it's useless to think that way. It's obvious that this has to happen. It's like in their mind they are on the right journey. They have all rights reserved for them to behave this way. Except they're basing it off of lies. Their mission and choice to be the biggest villain in your life has been built upon lies that were told to them about you. And so this is causing a lot of broken energy and a need for them to change. They're getting very stagnant in their energy, and they're even depressed. They're going to start to feel very discouraged, very heavy in all layers of their being. Like professionally, they're going to continue to have stagnation in whatever it was that caused discord. Perhaps it was professional. Maybe this is somebody you work with. They're going to continue to be disappointment, continue to be lack of creativity, continue to be unfulfilled, or be improperly managed in regards to what they believe they should be having. And in the relations, they're going to lack hope for their relationship. They're going to start to see their partner, or those that love them, that would normally be there for them, they're going to start to pull away because this is what they're wishing for you. So like everything that they were wishing for you is going to start to happen to them. And essentially the consciousness of this card is that your actions are going to lead to the reality of whatever is going to be disappointing in your life. So you're putting a lot of actions out there. You have to understand what you're putting out is going to be the level and layer of disappointment that you're going to be receiving, is essentially what this card is. And then we have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups does represent somebody who has abilities of a medium. So you could be somebody who has mediumship. As well as this card, I believe, represents somebody, but you might have healing capabilities as well. Because I was asked to share certain things with you guys at the beginning for a reason to do with this energy. This somebody who's very artistic. You're somebody who has the ability to connect with spirit. You have a good imagination. You're very mature and you're very sensitive. You know a lot of things. You've learned a lot in your life, and you know where to move, where to go in regards to get what it is that you need to cultivate. And you're somebody that's very reliable. People know you as somebody who's very reliable. You don't let people down. And this is an energy that you're kind of exuding right now in regards to entering into the world or the Wheel of Fortune. Because I feel like a lot of people really abused your abilities. And I could speak only on my own personal experience, but there's usually mirror reflections in regards to these readings that get casted out. It's not by fluke that you're coming and finding my reading and feeling like it's of interest to you. For me, growing up, I had a lot of discord in regards to those in my life accepting me for the abilities that I have, the gifts that God gave me. And it was very difficult my entire life, pretending that I didn't exist in who I was. And when you are doing that, and this might resonate with you, when you are behaving in such a way to appease the needs of those that are in your surroundings, those who are taking care of you, those that should be holding space for you, but are wishing that you would just hold space for them. There's a mirror reflection also in this Page of Wands reversed in regards to this. Because when you're asked to be the opposite of who you are, you're going to be meeting people who are the opposite of who you are. So there might be some form of reasoning or understanding there in regards to why this person's fixated on you. And it's not saying that that's okay that this person is fixating on you. No, I'm not saying that at all. It's ridiculous. And needs some addressing. But, it's really important, and it's being really acknowledged right now by Spirit that you have stepped up and into who you are. And I know the moment that I decided to do that wholeheartedly, and there's been layers and levels of it throughout my life. This wasn't just like all of a sudden I stepped into this position and decided this is what I'm going to do. No, this has been decades of baby steps towards saying, no, I'm not going to handle that anymore. I'm going to do this now. And then go on to the next thing. It was breaking down the cycles that caused me all the disruption, because it was hard to admit that those around me that were supposed to love me just really didn't. And, their actions always speak volumes in the end. And once you start to really show up for yourself and you start to express who you are, you're going to see the people who really support you and who don't. And it doesn't matter about the people who don't. It's an awareness that you have and a gift, really, because your direction is not towards them. And people make it very clear for you to understand that. And so maybe this is something that you're understanding or embarking on or learning right now. But this energy here of the Knight of Cups is really showcasing this for me. It's just that you're becoming more emotionally open with yourself. And that you have, because you're doing that, the care that you already had for the world, you're beginning to be able to do that because you're extending it more to yourself as well. So there's a deeper understanding and quite a substantial experience of wealth in regards to your emotional capabilities. And a lot of people don't have that. And a lot of people don't understand that. And so if this is resonating with you, my biggest advice and encouragement to you is that you continue to reflect upon your experiences in regards to your feelings, in regards to your energy, in regards to those showing you who they are. Because there's such grace and magic in all of it. And it's all God-given gifts that are being received in all of those moments. So I hope that you can cultivate at least that in the midst of whatever discord all of this has been. I mean, it's just, you're not somebody who's going to entertain it because you've moved beyond such. You've already lived that type of discord your entire life. Who needs it anymore, right? You have the Temperance card here. So this is about gaining the correct, like, you're already doing this. At the beginning, I think I mentioned this. It's like you are very aware of all the layers and levels of your being. You know your faults, your pros and your cons of your abilities. You know your pathway, so you know where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to focus on. And you're not going to get deterred off of it because you know where you're going. And the Temperance card is all about, creating the balance and power from what you thought you once were supposed to be directed towards to where you're actually going towards. And all that what you overcome and all of the contradictions that got in the way. And this is great healing for you. And this is also representative of Earth Angel energy. And this is underneath the Fool. So this is stepping into your position and honoring your morals and your integrity within you. Because you really do have a beautiful heart and you do have a beautiful pathway forward because you have chose to overcome and change the direction of how you overcame. And that's a huge feat in regards to getting to know the depths of one's being. And I applaud you for this because it's not an easy pathway to entertain. You will often lose everybody or multiple people when you're in alignment with yourself. And it's definitely not an easy way. And a lot of people, you're very misunderstood in regards to that because a lot of people misconstrue or regurgitate their experience on you as theirs. But the reality is you've already went through all the discord and you've already learned and grown from it all, and you don't need to be there anymore. And so this is all about like conflict resolution. It's about joyful experiences, effective in unity with others. It's removing all of the resistance that you once had, everything that was getting in the way, and finding balance towards your experience moving forward, because it's going to be night and day what you've been experiencing. And everything becomes very harmonious in regards to your relationships, and your interests even have changed. You might even find your taste buds have changed. Food tastes different to you. Even like getting up and starting to empower yourself in a routine, like maybe you want to pray in the mornings, or excuse me, or you want to start to embark a new exercise routine, or implementing some form of connection with your children. If you're a mother like me, the Empress does indicate motherly energy, so I feel like you have children, or some of you that might resonate with. And maybe a lot of the discord that was happening to you in the past was creating a lot of turmoil for you in your relationships with your children. So this is like saying that that's past now, and moving forward, it's just adjusting into what's the new. And that's really exciting. It feels very playful and very invigorating and very mysterious in ways, because you're both going to be learning, you and your child, or you and your children are going to be learning a new way forward from all of what you have come to learn. I hope that makes sense. It's just to continue developing yourself beyond your perception of the reality of now. You know, it's continue to go into the depth of yourself through your experiences and reflect. Never stop reflecting. It's so important. And then I think this is the Two of Swords. And in this instance, it's just all about peace. It's just appeasement. It's finding this compromise within yourself that's been thoughtfully sought out in the honesty of everything that you've experienced. And it's learning to gain rest and relaxation. It's like everything collapsed in your life, and everything fell into place. And it's not allowing energy that disturbs you in anymore. It's not necessary. You don't have to entertain it. And you're going to have it. You're going to have people hate on you. It doesn't matter. It's the people's opinions of you. It doesn't mean it's the truth of you. And that's the reality of an opinion. A lot of people think their opinions are the truth of it all, and they don't understand it's a formulated opinion based on an emotion that they once had that was likely a trauma experience that they haven't really dealt with. That's just coming up and being triggered by your existence. So instead of looking internally at why they're having friction in regards to you, they just implement the continued cycle. They choose to stay stuck in the cycles that they choose. And it's not for you to teach them how to get out. So all the discord that you've been experiencing, all the interruptions, they're all just tests of your patience. And from what I'm understanding from the energy of this is that you are flying through it with colors and rainbows and excitement. There's a lot of good stuff coming in for you. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there. This feels like the message. So you've been dealing with somebody. You may not have known it. Maybe you knew it. And they've been looking into your pathway forward, trying to figure it out. But you're protected. They're not getting the information. Keep focusing on your pathway forward. Keep it to yourself. You don't need to indulge or share it with others. It's none of their business. When you're ready to come out with it, you're going to come out with it. And you're going to have people continuously slandering and mocking you and saying all the things they want to do, trying to hide their existence in your existence. And the truth and the reality is that you are somebody who is now very much in alignment with where you're supposed to be going. And there's a lot of people who are trying to tag on to you that don't necessarily fit, shouldn't fit, will never fit. And it's very clear on who those people are. So just keep moving forward and being aware of all of your beautiful gifts that you have and utilizing them, because they're there to help you. And I'm going to leave that there. If this message resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate you. It does help me out in my channel. And until next time, take care.